Hi guys, I know we're starting a little bit late today. I was finishing up laundry. I know, super exciting. Not really, but that's just what was happening. Decided to do the adult thing today and maybe get one load of laundry done. But that is neither here nor there because it is coloring time. Yay! I'm trying to hype myself up, can you tell? Hi, Elizabeth! Mainly because, I don't know. Okay, this is, I gotta tweet this out. So how is everybody's week / day / right this second? This morning. You know, when you have too much of a good thing, you sometimes regret it the next day. So I had some Cajun the other night. You're dying, little girl. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna survive. Okay, so I completely whoosh. Story of my life. Hi, Teresa. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, so I am going to be coloring this cute, adorable guinea pig beach scene by Katie in the Magical Guinea Pig coloring book. And then I've got, these are going to be my base colors because I want to put down a quick layer of markers and then I'm going to go over with colored pencils. Hi, Katrina! Just for something different, just to play around a little bit, I haven't really done a lot of mixed media before. And I think that the skull that I just finished in Phantomorphia turned out really well, so I want to try a little bit more of that. And I got my inspiration from this right here. So I added a warm gray just so I could get some depth in there. But otherwise, I matched these as close as I could. And then I found some colored pencils that would go along with those. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, other than picking out the colors, I've got no rhyme or reason to everything. What happened, Elizabeth? Scaries are never fun. So like I said, okay. Are you serious, Elizabeth? Was anybody in the bed or is everybody okay, I guess? Because that is terrifying. Because those things are not light. Yeah, no, I mean, I've thought about that sometimes when I'm looking at the fan above my bed. I'm like, what would happen if this decided to come out of the ceiling? Especially, you know, the ones that just wiggle a lot. No, it just came down. That's terrifying. Are you gonna bring me the Wookiee? Yeah. You got the Wookiee? I think Nissa's feeling needy today. Yeah, no, thankfully no one was in the bed. That would be, ah. Well, we haven't been on very long, Grace, so I'm glad you could make it. We only had one interesting buffering experience. Hopefully that'll be it for today. Okay, let's chill out some of these streaks here. Dun, dun, dun. I'm like, I don't even know what happened this week. I mean, otherwise I'd tell you lots of fun stories, but woo! Yep, these are all Copics. I'm going with Copics right now. Oh, and I didn't even tell you what I'm using right now. I am using E00, which is Cotten Pearl. That is the first color I'm using. And I'm working off of this color palette right here. So I found Copic to match all of these. And then I'm going to go back with colored pencils to add some depth. So I've got a few Polychromos and some Irojitens that I'm going to work with because I don't have a full set of polys, so I'm supplementing with the Irojitens. Hi, Kimberly. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. This is a new experiment for me, but I figured it would be something fun to try on this page. That, and I was kind of excited that this fell into the Pogus color along. So I like the happy accidents that allow me to be part of the random color alongs everybody does. Because normally it's just like, I don't have the coloring books, and it's just not the right time to go and pick them up. And yeah, I know these are gonna look really, really streaky to start out with, but I promise I'm going to make it lots better. I just kind of want to get a quick layer down. So it's going to look really, really rough at first, but I promise you it's going to work itself out. Hi, everybody coming in. Oh, that's right. You have a show today, Steve. Good luck on that. I will probably go and try and catch the recording when I can. Yeah, I understand that mood, Grace. I'm that way myself, mainly because it's getting to a point where I'm struggling to find things. And I know I keep hinting at my secret project, but the secret project is slowly coming together, and if it does come to fruition, it is going to involve making my house a safer place. So there will be a lot of quick cleaning and all of that kind of stuff. I don't have any Creative Haven, otherwise I totally would be joining your guys' color along this month. I've never picked up one before, and so I don't have any in my inventory. And right now, given everything that has been going on in life, picking up a new coloring book just isn't in the cards right now. That's true. I mean, part of it is just I haven't looked too hard yet, but, and then deciding which one I want, I don't know. Maybe I'll pick one up, but that is very peachy looking. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so I think we're gonna get the bottom of this donut here. Okay. Do we want to choose pink things? Okay, and so then I've got peach, which is R32. My favorite kinds of things to color are the intricate, weird things like Kirby's work. Those are probably the first things that I'm drawn to. But I've really started getting into humans because of pop manga and Sakura's coloring book. I'm starting to get a feel for that. So I'm still trying to figure out where I'm at color-wise, but hi, Sammy. Color a picture of cats and dogs? Yes. I don't really have a lot of animal coloring books. This is one of my guinea pig coloring books. There's one of the few that I actually have. I do live in the United States. I'm in the good old state of Nebraska, in the middle of nowhere. Oh, thank you, Sammy. Yeah, right now I'm just laying down a marker base of Copic, and then I'm gonna attempt to go back with colored pencils. So it's like I want to get them all down quickly because I'm hoping to get this done on stream, but we will see what happens. Okay. And I'm probably going to be flying back and forth with colors because I have no idea how I'm going to color this. So, I think probably want to give her a tan hat. So I'll probably go through and color that real quick. And I'm not really being that careful. Okay. I'm going to start with, this is the mint green BG13. I actually use this one quite a lot, so hopefully I don't run out of ink while I'm using this. Hi, Shalene. Okay. So, like, what did I even do this week? I'm trying to remember what this week, I mean, we did have a campfire dinner one night, which is nice because s'mores, I love me some s'mores. It's my favorite part of eating around a campfire. Ah, I don't even remember what I did this week.
I think we just recovered.
Yeah, I mean, because last week was a bit of a nightmare for us over here. because we spent a couple nights in the ER, but this is mint green BG13. I'm working off of this beachy color palette right now, so I found all my Copic that kind of matched. So yeah, I mean, there are over 300 different colors of Copic, so you can get vibrant colors, you can get pastel colors, you can get the muted gray tones. It's great. It's amazing. I love it. I think I'm going to color the umbrella. Oh yeah, it's always interesting trying to choose which of Kirby's works to do. That is something I struggle with all the time. I mean, and I'm starting to have that issue in pop mangas because I love all the images in there. It's like, which one do I do? I don't know. Which is part of the reason why I haven't picked up a lot this week. Between coming down off of book 2 Bathon and the emotional roller coaster of the week before, and it was kind, oh, English, wow, April. It was nice to just sit down and binge some Netflix. So that's pretty much how I spent most of my week. Oh yeah, I have no idea how you can even choose what you want to color, Grace. So I have just been getting my fix of Sam and Dean this week, because we're slowly catching up to where the current seasons are, because at some point I just kind of stopped watching Supernatural. Mainly because I went off to college and I didn't have TV anymore, and then I never picked it back up. So yes. Yes, I pretty much live for Dean and his shenanigans. We're actually in season 7 right now, and we just got done with the wedding episode. And that episode just had me in fits and giggles. Right. Well, and just the way Dean sometimes reacts to things. When he just kind of like spazzes out. And he does like that full body like twitch. You know what I mean? He makes me giggle. Okay, like I said, probably gonna have to go back and smooth out some of my lines, because like I said, I am not being too terribly careful right now. Dun, dun, dun. I did finally get another story and coloring page done this week, which was an adventure and a half. but I'm pretty proud of that one. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's see. Okay, so I am not the kindest person to my markers. So my nibs aren't always in the best condition. So I might have to get some replacement nibs. Whoops. Okay, so this is Cool Shadow BG10. This is technically just a lighter version of the blue-green I was just using. Dun, 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 dun. What else? I read Ash Princess this week. For the life of me, I can't remember who it was by. But I originally picked it up because the main character's name is Theodosia, which is a form of Theodosia, which is Fia's full name. I'm a sucker for picking up books that have... So I was really, really excited about it, but unfortunately, I was not. Spinning in circles, we're spinning in circles, we're spinning in circles, and I'm doing a little dance. Are we back? Are we back? We're back, we're back, we're back, we're back. And so it begins. I was so hoping, so hoping. I don't even know where my phone decided to cut me off. Oh, okay. Laura Sebastian. Thank you, Grace. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Like I said, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just a pretty standard YA book. Love triangle and all. But I am in the middle of reading Snapshot by Brandon Sanderson, which I'm super excited about right now. I don't think you understand how much I love me some Sanderson. Ooh, and I did see Darkest Minds in theaters this week. That is part of what I couldn't remember that we actually did. It was pretty good. I haven't actually read the book series yet. Excuse me. I don't think I'm probably going to pick up the book series, but oh, yep, I'm definitely going to have to refill this marker. You can see by the tip that I'm starting to run out of ink. The real question is, do I have refill of this ink? I think I do. Let me go check real quick, and then maybe I can just refill it quickly on stream, because this is not looking good right now. This is not looking good at all. Okay, let's see. This is the hold music for my channel. the hold music. Do 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 do. Ugh. Guess what, guys? Yeah, I don't know what is going on. They're doing construction on our internet lines right now. And so every once in a while, things just go. And so overall, I am not impressed with the internet service. Okay, see if I can do this without making too much of a mess. Fill that a little bit, just to get that started. Okay, oh, look at how light that tip is. Yep, I pretty much use this marker like it's nobody's business. And then I'm just gonna sit here. I'm really horrible at counting how many drops I put in. I usually just keep going until I start to get that other tip really saturated. And I know there are some people who just pull out this nib and then just shoot the ink directly into the marker, which would be way faster, but not as fun. Yep, no, this is how I refill the markers. I don't necessarily know if it's the right way. It's just the way that works easiest for me. Is I always go to I open both sides of the marker just so I can tell when I'm full, but then I'll go to this broad tip and then I'll just keep dropping ink on it. Da, da, da. That's assuming that the Copic that I'm filling actually has a broad tip, because some of mine actually only have a brush and a nib, and that's when things get interesting. Because I am not one to usually use the chisel tip. So when I got some, because how I bought Copics is whatever I could find and whatever was cheapest at the moment. So I have a mixed I have a mixed batch of Copic styles. So this is the Chow, and of course I've got the Sketch, but I've also got some of the original bodies. And on the original bodies, I replaced the chisel tip with a brush tip. So my original bodies don't even have a chisel tip anymore. Let's see, it should be fairly close to full. Now, as you can tell, this is actually one of my favorite markers to use. I somehow always find a way to get the cool gray, or the cool shadow in my pictures. Not sure why that is. Okay, I'm looking pretty good. And that is how I refill a Copic. So I only used about that much. So I still got lots left, which is exciting. Okay, I don't want to cover this end. I want to cover this end. Ooh, there we go. And that is how it's supposed to go down. Look at that. Much better. And that might be what's going on with my BG13 as well. I don't think I have a refill for that. So I'll have to mark that down to pick up next time I'm at Blix. That's what I mean, that is how I got into Copic, Sammy, is all of the manga artwork and the manga artists that I follow. And just the graphics work I do. Copics are great for doing I can justify my purchase of Copics for that reason. Okay. Yeah. I don't quite have a clear coverage of that, but I have to remind myself that this is just a base coat and I'm going over everything with colored pencils. Okay, I think I'm going to start doing some of the blue. So the blue is actually a FBG2, which is the fluorescent dull blue-green. So this is part of the fluorescent pack. Okay. So I was going to do this little guy. This one I have not used a lot, and you can tell with how juicy this marker is right now. What I really need to do is go and clean all of my Copics, because some of my lids are a little crusty. Look at that, it's so cute. Oh, thank you, Grace. I think I'll do him in blue. Yeah. And then I'm thinking how do I want to do this? Okay, so this is going to be like a very graphic version of this. This isn't going to be realistic at all. We're just go with it. Bold version of what this picture can be, which is sometimes fun. I mean, not everything has to be hyper realistic, right? I have not colored a cloud like this in I don't know how long. That is a very bold cloud, but we're going with it. Okay, let's move this over a little bit. I'm starting to near the edges. And I just realized that in my color palette, I do not have a sunshine color. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to handle that sun. Yeah, there's something about Katie's style that just leads to very bold choices. because I was looking at some of the other months that I've already done in this coloring calendar. And I seem to follow a pattern without truly intending to, of just bold colors, almost a flat look with some variances. I almost feel like to balance that blue out, we should make this blue. And maybe I'll make the shovel dark mint. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna do that. I'm wondering if I can do a mix of this, what was this? The Cotten Pearl and the peach for the sun up here. Maybe, because I mean, I kind of want to keep this color palette limited. I don't want to expand it too far. Okay. Oops. What I'm gonna do is open the marker the right direction. Color that in. I think so this is the point where I just start flipping back and forth between markers fairly rapidly as I find the little pieces that I want to color in. Because I also think I want to do the lace along that umbrella and the fringe of the towel in this mint green color. Am I still on? There we go. Something kind of like that. I have completely lost track of chat, so I apologize. If you want to get my attention, feel free to like shout at me. I will not take offense. Ooh, what color should I do the band of the hat? Maybe I'll do it in the cool shadow color. That might look good next to that light pink color. Grace, red isn't in the color palette. Grace is going rogue on me. Let's see. Just kind of quickly get some color down. think I want to do the sprinkles, that pinky color. I agree. Pinks and reds are some good color, but that's kind of not in the color palette right now. Oop, I forgot a piggy foot. There's a piggy foot just hanging out down there. I'm gonna pick up the peach again and get him colored in, and then I will get the cool gray and start filling in some of these spots that don't quite have color yet. Okay, so I said I was going to attempt a combination of this Cotten Pearl and then this peach color for the sun. Shall we see how this turns out? Why not? Why not? I'm living large today. I said I wasn't going to blend my markers, but we are going to try this. And like I said, I can get some of the colored pencils in here too. Oh, I'm not even on. I'm sorry, guys. I was off camera and just coloring away. So, I mean, I'm not adding like a ton of the peach in there, but just a little bit to give it something a little different than just the sand color. Yeah. Is there something you want, baby girl? Yeah. What is it? Yeah, Copics are by far my favorite medium to use. That was Fia. Because Nissa already did her crying as she came down here. So this is a little different than your average sun, I suppose. But I don't dislike it. Nope, there's no purple in the palette, Grace. I'm going for the beach tones. So let me bring that back up. So this is what I'm working with. So we've got this beige color, and then we've got this pink, peachy, corally color, and then we've got two tealy colors and a blue. And then I snuck in a warm gray just so I could have a little depth in the colors. Something kind of like that. Okay. I'm gonna color that band the light green. There we go. Oh, and I guess I could, because we've got this suntan lotion down here. Here we go. Okay. Oh, thank you, Grace. And now to add the bits of warm gray. I'm also thinking about using the warm gray to give the guinea pigs some coloring. As well. It's just something a little different. And that way I just don't have a few random spots of this color. Even it out a little bit. Trying to decide what color I want to do the handle. If I just want to go back and do the handle in the blue colors or not. Maybe I'll leave it white. Okay, so now the fun part of how I want to do the color patterns of the guinea pigs. Let's see. Maybe something kind of like this. Might bring that peachy back so I can blend that ear with this color a little bit. Bring it in. Oops. bit. Yeah, Copics can be, I mean, especially if you don't know the competitive prices, you can get suckered into paying a lot for Copics. I've never paid more than, let's see, what, $3.50 for a marker. I mean, any of my Copic, because I've always made sure that I've been getting them reasonably priced from different stores. So I do a lot of comparison shopping. I do a lot of waiting for different deals and such. But yeah, no, if you're not ready to put down a small chunk of money, then... But I mean, you can say that about any art supply, because I know even some of the colored pencils or the Faber-Castell Pitt pens that I have, I mean, they can be quite expensive as well if you're not ready to spend that kind of money. Which is why I've always bought these kind of things open stock, so I can just get a few at a time, because putting down several $100s at once, it feels painful. But spending, $20 here, $20 there, I mean, I know in the long run you end up spending the same amount of money, but it feels different for whatever reason. I'm gonna color his bum this color too. I'm giving him some cuffs. I don't know why. Just felt like he needed some. Ooh, there's a little heart on there that I can probably color that peachy color. That is what I love about coloring guinea pigs, is I don't have to have a rhyme or reason. I can just whatever I want to do. Okay, so the real question is, do I want to keep him just like a white piggy? Or do I want to give him some color tones as well? I'm going to have to think on that one, because I don't know. I do not, oops, why do I always open the wrong end? Me. That is the cool gray. The solid cool gray? Because I don't know if I want to color him like solid cool gray. Okay. I think that every time. I think I am going to grab the colored pencils. We've got some, okay, this is bugging me because I've got some streaking going on. And it shouldn't bug me, but it bugs me. I just think I need to get more ink in this pen. Gah. Maybe, possibly. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to not touch it and refill my marker at some point. I think we're just gonna leave him a white piggy. Which means we're going to pull out some colored pencils. No, because we need to color that little heart. That little heart is just hanging out, being sad. There we go. Okay, so for the blues, I've got light cobalt turquoise 154, phthalo blue 110, and then a light phthalo blue, which is 145. So this is a very, let me sharpen that. I need to sharpen my colored pencils. So I'm going to start with the dark color and kind of faded color that I have, and just kind of slowly go from there. Usually I go light to dark, but I'm feeling rebellious today. So we're gonna work in the opposite direction. Okay, so I also have to remember that my sun is like right there. So the light is coming this direction, which is a little backwards for me, because usually I end up putting the light source this direction. That one's kind of dull too. Hold on. Like I said, this is a new experience for me. Don't normally work like this. Yes, this is a base of Copic, Alyssa. And so now I'm being fancy and putting colored pencils over top. End up bringing up the sides a little bit. I have to say, this is a very interesting experience. I might go in with some whites and give some things some highlights. Maybe. I mean, I don't dislike how it's turning out right now. It's just, it's definitely a different experience. So is this the kind of style that most of you like to work in? Because I mean, I've watched a lot of you do this kind of method. It's definitely a different kind of learning curve. Oh, thank you, Sammy. Yeah, no, when I pulled these colors out, I spent the hour before the stream just trying to find colors so that I wasn't all over the place while on the stream. But I just realized how many different colors in my Polychromos line that I'm just missing and that would be beneficial. So I've definitely come to the point where I think I want to get the rest of my polys. Because originally I was thinking that I would just supplement my polys with my Pitt pens. But the more coloring I'm doing and the more mixed media that I'm attempting, the more I'm realizing that I might need the rest of the colored pencils. And something sort of like that. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi for everybody. Hi for everybody. Hi, everybody that I've somehow missed coming in. Let's see. It's like I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, we've already been at this for over an hour. Oops. You guys. Oh, you've tried the Colorist water. I haven't brought myself to buy them yet. I'm always terrified that I'm going to get to the place where I've got too many things to choose from. Which seems silly, I suppose. But at the same time, dun, dun, dun. Get a little bit of that in there. So, I mean, I guess it's a subtle gradation, keeping everything kind of bold and graphic. It's actually kind of fun. It's definitely something I need to experiment with a bit more. Because, I mean, it definitely gives it a different texture and a different look. Okay, maybe I'll kind of keep the dark over here. So what is everybody's favorite way to color? Or favorite media to use? Or brand? Because I mostly fall into the Copic. Camp. I've got some of the gelatos. I just bought 3 gelatos. But I'm not 100% sure how to use them, so that's going to be an experiment for me. Oh, Sammy, you do amazing work with colored pencils. You are one of the reasons I've actually decided to try and give colored pencils more of a chance. Because in the past, I'm like, nope, colored pencils are not for me. They're not something I could ever use. Okay, so for the mint green, I've got deep cobalt green 158. I've got cobalt green 156. And then I've got ice green P6. So I'm going to be mixing brands here. Gonna see how this goes. Okay. Oh, geez, oh, Pete. None of my colored pencils are sharpened. Colored pencils for Grace. Colored pencils for Elizabeth. Oh, I've seen the Holbeins. The Holbeins are gorgeous looking. Oops. Someday I'm not gonna like knock my camera. Oh yeah, Dee Dee is amazing. I don't even remember how I stumbled across her. She does some fantastic work. Okay, now that I actually have some tips on my colored pencils, let's try this again. So originally I was terrified to mix my lilies since theoretically they're different bases, because polys are oil and the Irojitens are more wax base. And I do kind of notice how different they blend when you try and make them work together. But I don't know. I don't think it's like too horribly bad. So I've just kind of played around and experimented with what you can do with them. I don't know if anybody else mixes colored pencils like that. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Add some shadow. Make sure I stay in frame. Sorry I've gone quiet. Sort of trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Actually really, really fun. I can definitely see why people enjoy doing this. See if I can. I'm trying to work in small, light circles so I don't get too many lines. Bye, Sammy. I'm glad you could make it. Let's see. And I'm hoping I can get this done on stream, but if I can't, I will definitely keep you guys updated on Instagram. blend everything together. Yeah. Okay. Something kind of like this. I am liking that a lot. Go us. I don't know why I used the royal us, but now I think it's time for a drink. Chocolate. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, I wasn't sure how all of this was gonna turn out, but I think it's turning out pretty well. I mean, I like it. I don't know about everybody else. I'm slowly expanding my color horizon, and I don't hate it. Okay. Good grief. Button. Okay. So hopefully the internet will let me do the last part of all of this that I want to do. So I'm going to show you what colors I'm going to use for the rest of these real quick. And then I'm probably going to end and finish this stream. And then show you guys how it has all turned out. So for okay. So, as I was saying, for this cool shadow, I'm going to be using Turquoise P17 and Cascade VP7. For the peach color, I have Rose Carmine 124 and Shell Pink P3. And then for the sand color, or the shell color, whatever you want to call it, I have, I think that's Ecru VP3, and then Fawn LG1. And then for the cool gray, I have or not for the cool. Why do I keep calling this cool? This is a warm gray. For the warm gray, I have warm gray 6. So I'm gonna do a few of those real quick, and then just so I don't have a lot of different variances that I want to add to this cool gray, mainly because I didn't feel it was necessary to make it too deep. And if anything, I can add a little bit of black into it to give it a lot of depth. But I don't think I want to give too much depth to that dark color. Okay, and so for the light green, I have these. Pick up my colored pencils. Oh, it's okay, Victoria. I have been called worse. Yeah. So these color changes are gonna be pretty subtle. Those happen. I can understand that. Yes, I have had some fun with those. Yes, we'll just leave that at that. But no, you'd be surprised at all the kinds of names I have been called. And May is actually one of them, so you aren't far off. Okay, so see, I mean, it isn't too drastic. I'm not doing anything too showy, but just enough to kind of give it a little bit of depth. I suppose. I mean, and some of it is because I don't have a large array of colored pencils. I have maybe 70 polys, and then the Irojitens. But the Irojitens are, I feel like a lot of the Irojitens are very subtle pastel-y colors. And so I've never really truly been drawn to them. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm gonna go with that light color. And then I've got what I need, what, P3 and rose. Okay, so for the pinks or the peach, these are the two colors I'm going to use. So, heavens above, who was the last one who used these colored pencils? If you can't put things away nicely. And yes, that was me. I was the last one to use the colored pencils. I have a tendency to use them and put them back, and then the next time around, I get grumpy with myself because I have to sit there and sharpen all of them. Like I said, I mean, it's very, very subtle. But I think it makes a world of difference. Let's see. let's see, how do I, some kind of, sort of, a little bit like that. All of this page, just like this. I just don't want to go too long and bump into you guys what I'm gonna do, so you can get an idea. Because hopefully Anne will feel well enough to stream today. Kind of like that. And then for the sandy color, let's see. Yeah, baby. Yeah. You know we're down here, girly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I think these colors are gonna be pretty good, but they're gonna be subtle as well. Which I think will work in our favor. Color in this adorable little donut floaty. Hi, Anne. Yeah, I was just trying to show everybody what I'm planning on doing for the rest of this picture. And I'll probably color the rest of it off stream, just so we can all catch your stream that's coming up. Maybe? I mean, I could probably darken it a little bit, but... So yeah, so those are how I'm going to try and do a colored pencil overlay of all of this, so you can get a little bit changed in depth. But these are, I'm using a mix of, these are the Irojitens, the Tombow Irojitens, I think that's how you say it. Some people, Irojitens, Irojitens, yes, whatever that is supposed to be pronounced. And then, of course, as always, Poly is what I'm using. I will add everything that I'm using to the description box of this video, just in case you guys are into. But I think this is where I'm going to say goodbye. And thank you for coming and joining my stream. I will finish this. I will show the, just in case you're interested, but I don't think I'll bring this one back to stream. Maybe. I don't know. Things happen. I take back words all the time. But thank you guys for joining me, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.